Hi, you guys. It's Yaz, and today I'm going to talk about some disgusting scare tactics that narcissists use to control you. Narcissists need a constant need of control to alleviate all of their fears and anxieties that they have within themselves. A narcissist is a very fearful person, but they're going to put all of that fear into you, and the end result is you're going to be a very anxious person. You're going to have a lot of self-doubt. So I'm going to talk about how the narcissist tries to instill these type of fears in you. Here are some scare tactics. And I put together a big list to explain to you guys how narcissists will try to control you. Okay, let's get into this now. One of the ways a narcissist will try to scare you is by saying something like, well, I might as well cheat on you if you keep bringing up about cheating, okay? This is to stop you from ever bringing up or accusing them of cheating on you. You know, there's that threat there. The narcissist is basically threatening you that if you bring it up again, well, they might as well go ahead and cheat on you. But understand this, if they're talking about that, and they're so, laid back about it, like, well, I might as well cheat on you if you keep accusing me of cheating. 9 times out of 10, they already have cheated on you, okay? Because their attitude, they have checked out. They don't care what you think anymore. At that point, they pretty much have control of you, but they don't want to hear about it, okay? So a lot of these scare tactics that narcissists use is to get you to shut your mouth, all right? The narcissist wants you to leave them alone, let them do what they want to do, and they do not want to be accountable. But they will use scare tactics to shut you up, all right? Now, what's another big scare tactic of the narcissist? Going silent, of course. Covert narcissists love to use this. This is one of the ways they fight you. Anytime you bring up something to that narcissist, what do? They shut down, they become silent, and then you go no contact with them, right? This is a form of emotional abuse. It's to bring you to your knees so that you come back begging and so that you never, ever, ever say something that they don't like, okay? So you'll think twice about saying something to them because you'll be afraid that they become silent. So this is how they control you, with silence. So every time you bring up something they don't like or you do something they don't like, they're gonna try to torture you with silence, all right? It's another scare tactic that's of the covert narcissist does that, all right? What's another way a narcissist will try to control you? And one of their scare tactics, in a way, is that they try to embarrass you in front of other people. So what they'll do is they may brood and have a face on. Again, this is the covert narcissist. Or they may be really nasty around your friends and family, okay? This is another scare tactic. This is so that you don't want to be around your friends and family because of how that narcissist may react. You're afraid that they might pop off and embarrass you. So you're always walking on eggshells. How is this narcissist going to be around your people, your supporters? And that's usually your family and friends, okay? So in other words, you have to be really nice to the narcissist because you want them to act well in front of the closest people to you because you don't want to be embarrassed by their behavior. And what they're doing is they're trying to embarrass you, okay, and make you feel uncomfortable and make you feel like you don't want to be around these people because of how they will react. So it's a scare tactic. It's a scare tactic to keep you away from your family and friends, or they could do it as payback. If it's the covert narcissist, they love to do this. they tell you everything's all right, and then you go out with them, you're around other people, and they have a face on. They have a face on, and you sit there and you say, what's the problem? They say, nothing's the problem, all right? What are they doing? They're being passive aggressive to make you feel uncomfortable around other people, to the point where other people may even come up to you and say, oh, is there something wrong with your partner or something like that? And you're sitting there trying to justify that covert narcissist behavior, okay? So this is what they do. They try to make you feel uncomfortable so that you stay in line and you're always trying to please the narcissist, okay? So you can never make them accountable. You can never do something they don't like, because then they're going to do these disgusting, toxic behaviors to make you feel uncomfortable and also to control you, to shut your mouth, okay? The other thing that a narcissist could do to control you, or use a scare tactic on you rather, is a common line that a lot of narcissists use is, I don't need to be here. I could be somewhere else. Or I don't need to be with you. I could be with somebody else. What's that going to do? That's going to make you afraid. That's going to, again, control you and scare you that the narcissist is going to leave you for somebody else, that they're independent. They're trying to show you, I'm independent. I don't need you, okay? So what is that going to make you do? That's going to make you kiss up to that narcissist even more to try to make them happy, because you're afraid, because they put that seed of doubt that they could walk out on you at any time. They don't need to be here. In other words, they don't need you. It's a scare tactic, all right? Anytime they do something like that, you say to them, well, you know what? If you don't need to be here, then there's the door. You never, ever show them that you need them, okay? Because once they know that you need them, they will step on you, run you down, and take advantage of you, all right? What's another big scare tactic that narcissists use to control? They disappear, okay? They disappear from time to time, but it's not always necessarily to scare you. It's just because they disappear because they have other supply that they're seeing, and they ghost you, and they go and see the other supply. But a way they could scare you is, let's say that you have an argument with the narcissist. What they'll do is they'll always walk out every time you have an argument, and then they'll ghost you. They won't answer their phone. They won't reply to you or anything like that. And they will ghost you. They will ghost you. It's a form of control so that you are afraid to ever hold them accountable, because they'll disappear on you. They'll disappear on you. They'll leave the house and be gone for 3 days. It gives them 3 days to go out and have fun. And then, that now they have a reason. Now they have a reason to not have to, take accountability. And some of them will fight with you. This is a common tactic of the narcissist, to get out to see the other supply. They fight with you, usually over something petty, so that they can go and disappear. And people sit there and they think they did something wrong. And no, you didn't do anything wrong. That narcissist deliberately planned that. They deliberately knew that they were going to pick a fight over something stupid. The coffee cup in the sink that you left in the sink. The socks that were on the floor. Something really small and trivial. And you're sitting there thinking that you did something wrong. Why is this person fighting with me? Well, they're not fighting with you because you did anything wrong. They're fighting with you because they need a reason to get out and see the other supply. It gives them a reason to break free, all right? But they'll always put that fear into you that if you argue with them, they're going to ghost and disappear on you. And they love that because it gives them their freedom. And narcissists love their freedom. It gives them their freedom to go and be around other people and see other supply. All right? What's another scare tactic of a narcissist? And this actually happened to a couple of my clients, and I've actually experienced it as well. But another scare tactic of the narcissist is to start yelling at you, okay? Let's say you bring up something to the narcissist, why did you, Why didn't you call me, when you said you were going to call me or something? And all of a sudden they start yelling and screaming and saying, why should I have to call you? What are you? You're so controlling. You're this and that. And they start yelling and screaming in your face. All right. It's a scare tactic. In other words, they're barking to have you back off so that you now are sensitive to ever bring up that topic to them again, because they will pop off and start flipping out and yelling and screaming. So what does that leave you? That leaves you walking on eggshells. Now you got to be afraid to bring up anything that the narcissist doesn't like, because they're going to start to upset you by yelling and screaming and being a maniac, all right? It's a scare tactic, okay? And people do that are usually guilty of something, okay? They try to throw you off like, how dare you accuse me of this? Or I can't even believe this, or something like that. Generally, you guys, they are guilty, but they're trying to gaslight you and confuse you so that you think, wow, they're getting so upset. They must be telling me the truth. No, they're mind fucking you by acting angry that you could even accuse them or ask them of that. How dare you do that? See, a person that is not guilty of something would have no problem in answering the question very calmly. But a guilty person will start yelling and screaming and make you feel, insecure and uncomfortable for the fact that you even bring it up to them. How dare you bring this up to me? Meanwhile, that person is guilty and they just don't want to take accountability. But it's to plant the seed of doubt in you, like, oh, they can't be guilty. Look how they're getting so upset that I would even ask that. No, trust and believe they're fucking guilty, okay? Most of the time they're guilty, and they're doing that business of yelling and screaming to throw you off track, okay? What's another scare tactic of narcissists? Now, this is when you have kids. Narcissists, they could go as low as can go, all right? They are the dirtiest people in the world. And one of the things, they don't even care if they hurt their kids. So a scare tactic is that they could act up in front of the kids and make a scene and start yelling and screaming or do something or make the kids feel uncomfortable. And what is that going to do? That's going to make you uncomfortable to never bring up anything to the narcissist, because you're afraid they're going to make a scene in front of the kids and upset the kids, okay? And I've actually seen this. I've seen narcissists that'll start yelling and screaming on a highway and even put the brakes on. Why? They don't care about the safety of their children, okay? They only care about, getting back at you. Their first thing is to get back at you, and they don't care who gets hurt along the way, even their children. So they may do a scare tactic that they will react and act up in front of your children, and they will do it in front of your family, and they will do it in front of your friends to make you feel uncomfortable so that you are walking on eggshells, and you have to tread easy in what you say to that narcissist, or they will embarrass you, or they will upset the people that you love, okay? They are disgusting, disgusting people. I did a reel on this. How low can a narcissist go? They can go to the rock bottom lowest, okay? They can, because somebody asked me, they said, could a narcissist be this low? Absolutely. A narcissist could wish death on you. A narcissist could wish death on your kids. This is how disgusting they are. They have no moral compass. They have no goodness or kindness within them, all right? The only goodness or kindness you see in a narcissist is if they want something out of you. That's it. Period. End of story. Otherwise, they're cold, they're cruel, they're out for themselves, all right? They'll leave you for dead. Trust me, I know what I'm talking about because I live this, all right? Now, let's talk about some other scare tactics of the narcissist to control you, all right? Some of them can be real dirty. We know that. And they could threaten to tell your secrets to people. Maybe you told the narcissist something that's very private about yourself, and now you have a problem with the narcissist, and they tell you, I'm going to go tell your family about what you did, or I'm going to go tell your secrets to everybody else. They're going to try to blackmail you so that you never, ever, give them a problem. You never hold them accountable. You never fight with them. You let them do whatever they do, because now they're blackmailing you. They're going to try to hurt you. So now you're afraid. You're afraid that they're going to go and embarrass you to people, okay? Because they love to embarrass and humiliate you, and some of them will do it on social media. How do they do that? They record you when you're upset, or they record you when you don't look good, or something like that. And then they'll say, oh, it was just a joke. Oh, it's funny. No, they know exactly what they're doing. They're trying to embarrass and humiliate you. So they love to use their camera to film you when you're really upset and maybe post it on social media to make you look like a crazy person. All right. Or they maybe this is why narcissists love to take pictures of you sometimes when you're sleeping too, because maybe you don't look good, and they love to post it up and embarrass you. Okay. They get a rise in making people look bad. Okay. Because they're jealous. They're competitive. They want to make you look bad. And it's a form of control so that you're afraid that they're holding something over your head. So you got to be careful with these narcissists, because they will film you. They will take your secrets. They will expose your secrets that you told them, maybe something that happened to you in your childhood, or, something that's going on in your life. And the first thing a narcissist loves to do is go tell somebody, okay? So you can never trust them, all right? Another thing that, you got to remember with the narcissist is they will disappear from time to time every time you have an argument. And again, like I brought this up before, this is a way to control you so that you never bring up an argument. All of this, you guys, is how narcissists control you to shut your mouth and to let them do whatever they want to do. Now, narcissists could also use scare tactics when it comes to money. And one of the ways they do that is if they hold the purse strings, they won't give you money if you say something that they don't like or you fight with them, okay? You see this a lot in families, all right, where you may be dependent. You have children that may be dependent on their parents for something, but if they say anything or do anything against that parent's will, they don't stand at allegiance to the top narcissist who holds the purse strings. They will withhold that money and not give that money that maybe that kid needs for school or something, all right? So it's a scare tactic to control their children, to control their partner if you're married to somebody, and let's say your partner controls the money. They won't give you money, okay? Because they got the purse strings. That's why you never ever let anybody have control of your money, okay? Or you're going to be a sucker, because you have a falling out with them, and especially a narcissist, they're going to clear out that money. Don't think, stop thinking that they were nice from the beginning. When you have a falling out with a narcissist, it's an all-out war, and you got to be ready for that. And people are blindsided when they go to divorce court. Even me, when I went to divorce court, I never expected what went down to go down. I figured, okay, we're not getting along. Let's just do what we got to do here and get the divorce. Instead, I dealt with a dirty, covert narcissist that tried to throw me under the bus, lied about a lot of things to the judge, okay? And also used selective amnesia, didn't remember things, and was dirty as sin, okay? So you see a totally different person when you're getting a divorce or when you're ending something, and especially when it's, a marriage and you have assets that are entwined, or there's children and there's custody issues. Prepare for war. Prepare for war. It will not be a placid, separation. It won't. Not when you're dealing with the narcissist. Nothing is fair and just when you deal with the narcissist. So you got to prepare yourself, all right? And lastly, you guys, a scare tactic of, like I said, this was kind of mentioned before, when it comes to narcissists, a scare tactic they love to use is to smear you, okay? So now, again, this is like blackmail, all right? So again, you're afraid they're going to go and say something. So, because you told them a secret or something, now you got to worry that narcissist is going to go tell people your business or talk about you. It's a scare tactic. As far as cheating on you, you got to worry that narcissist is going to cheat on you to seek revenge, and that's what they do. You got to worry a scare tactic that if you bring up anything to them, they're going to give you the silent treatment, which is a form of emotional abuse. You got to worry if you fight with them, it's a scare tactic that they'll walk out and disappear for 3 days and ghost you. All right, all of these are to control you, to shut your mouth and not let them be held accountable. This is why, you guys, you never let a narcissist have anything on you, okay? This is why you shut your mouth and you don't tell them a damn word, not a damn word that they can use against you, and they will, okay? Because they are dirty, and you will see it. The minute that, I'm going to give you guys a tip here, all right? Now listen here. The minute that somebody shows you, they make that one comment, that one sarcastic remark that's coming out of left field, or they say something that just doesn't, they slight you in any type of way, that is your red flag that you cannot trust this person, okay? And they will try to laugh it off as a joke, but it's not a joke. It shows you exactly what they're thinking inside, and they have malintent towards you. A nice person doesn't do that. That is not somebody who's in your corner. So the minute that they show you any kind of nasty remark, criticism, use profanity on you, call you a bitch, a whore, anything like that, you gotta cut them, because that's just the tip of the iceberg. The tip of the iceberg of how wicked and cruel that person can be. See, but the problem is a lot of people let it go. A lot of people let it go and they say, well, they're just mad. Everybody gets mad. A lot of people say things that they don't mean when they're mad. Yeah, and a lot of people say things that they do mean when they're mad. And a lot of people say the truth when they're mad and when they're drunk. So don't just, say, people that let everything go are the ones that end up in these toxic relationships, and then they wonder how they got there because the red flag was there. You either didn't recognize it or you ignored it. But here's the thing, you guys. You got to be able to sit down with your partner and to be able to communicate and have them take accountability. All right? They got to be able to own it when they're wrong. Period, dot, end of story. If they can't, that is a red flag, okay? That is a big red flag that you could be dealing with a narcissist, all right? And if they have no empathy, then you are dealing with a narcissist, okay? So I hope that helps you guys. I am losing my voice. I am going on no sleep for the autism warriors that we are. But you guys, I hope that helps you. If it does, hit the subscribe button, share the podcast. If you're looking for confidential one-on-one phone coaching, check out the link in the bio at askyaz.wixsite.com. If you want a lot more information, you want more clarity, check out my YouTube at the Game Exposed podcast. I have over almost 5,000 videos on there already about manipulation, discard, a lot on covert narcissists. I center on the covert narcissists because I know them so well. So that you're going to find a lot of information on covert narcissists on my YouTube at the Game Exposed podcast. For more posts and reels, check out my Instagram and my Facebook at the game EXP123, and have a great day, you guys.